shadows. Okay, and action.
When you make a music video, you have an idea in your head and you need to bring that idea to everybody and try and get them to see a vision, and then everybody comes together and does their craft, does their art. And I think it's the most beautiful thing to watch all these different artists in all their areas.
Here we are again, once again on site with the A-team.
18, we are the 18. 18. So Fire was written actually when I was walking along the beach. The sun was setting. I often write songs when I'm just walking along the beach and humming away to myself. And I've been through a pretty full-on time a few years ago with the passing of my mum. So as I was walking along the beach, I was actually been feeling really good and feeling like I had grown as a person and really come into my own in terms of wanting to be myself, letting go of things, and also help others as well to have confidence and to look forwards and not back. So that's what that song was about. And I remember I took my idea to Jeff, and I think at the time I didn't have that much money to invest, and I said, look Jeff, just film me, you know, walking along a beach or on some sand dunes, and I'll sing to the ocean and you know, look at the sky, and it'll just be a really nice music video. And as we talked and brainstormed and listened to the song many times, Jeff goes, oh, look, I could really imagine some dancers. And I kind of looked at him and my eyes went very wide. I'm like, dancers?
When I first heard the song, the chorus in particular, I could see a lot straight away. Film has such a powerful way to bring the music to life. When designing the film clip, you really want to have elements in there that can enhance what the music's doing. So having dancers just powering down on that big tribal beat, it was just the perfect way to bring that chorus the visual excitement that it needed.
And he said, yes, dancers. I said, well, let me think about this, dancers. And we did a bit more brainstorming. Then we came up with the idea that we wanted, you know, the concept of trying to rise above difficulties, and maybe we'd be walking up some sand dunes or some cliffs when we were looking for a spot to film the music video.
Location was next, trying to find a spot. Black Rock is incredible. It's these cliffs by the water. At sunset, they're burnt orange, so it brought that fire element visually and straight away as well.
I called Brooke Balcombe, who I have worked with for many years in other bands for live stage work, and Brooke Balcombe is an amazing human being. I rang her and I said, look, I'm after strong women. I want dancers, and every single one of them to look different. You know, I want, you know, dark-haired girls and light skin, dark skin, different looks. I want everybody to look different, and I want them to be strong women. And she said, I can whip that together for you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And oh, she did.
So when she called me up and told me about the project she's been working on and explained to me the mission, the feel, what she wanted to create, it resonated really well with me. It was very powerful. It was very raw. It was very emotionally uplifting in a powerful way for me. So when originally it was to look at some of the choreography that she could perhaps do, and then whether we could get this fierce group of women to be involved together, that was not hard to do at all. Luckily, I know a lot of fierce, talented dancers in Melbourne, and they jumped on board, and there is this still raw individual power that needed to come out from Cat, from the dancers, as a collective, as a group. So it was never going to be over-structured.
The one thing for sure was I really wanted to bring across that beautiful feeling of the strength and the power of fire and, you know, that real earth element. We found a beautiful location, and from that sort of built a beautiful concept out.
Nathalie's the only person I know who would take a dress and look at a beautiful handbag and think, I'm just going to cut up that handbag and sew it on the dress. And that's why she is an amazing stylist, because that dress, when she brought it over in the morning the next day, looked amazing. I was just like, I cannot believe it.
We knew that we wanted to go with something very earthy and almost bohemian and soulful. So I placed Cat deliberately in a white dress, and, you know, had her really shine and contrast against the background. We had the dancers sitting in the background in black, and, you know, Cat just was there right in the center, and she shone and was right up high on the cliff tops, and, you know, was singing to the open air and the beautiful sea that was crashing below.
On the day when I arrived at the S Lounge, I was so overwhelmed and honoured when I walked in and saw all the dancers that Brooke Balcombe had put together for the music video. They were just fantastic on the day. They were tall, gorgeous, fit, strong women, and I have to give them special thanks. They worked really hard that day out on the cliffs, dancing barefoot, over and over and over again with the sun.
We were working with rocks, we were working with sun, we were working with the elements, and obviously you're filming again, we're getting drone shots, all the different angles, and what came out of it was powerful. I think it's beautiful. I think Cat did an incredible job, and everyone involved, the stylists, the cameras, the everything. The track is beautiful, it's powerful. I think it resembles everything I'd like to be a part of, and that's why I'm proud to have been a part of this.
So a big thank you to you, Brooke Balcombe, for putting it all together, and the wonderful women that I got to meet and work with, and now, you know, can call my friends, which is fantastic. So thank you to Nicola Jane, Lauren Turner, Laura Matheson, Dallas Jays, Kiara Kaiser. I am just so honoured to have worked with you.
As you can imagine, when you are working on location, you're there so ever present, working with all of the elements. And certainly that day we were pushing boundaries, and I think that's something that certainly comes through in the piece. You know, there's that feeling of strength and a fire that comes from deep within, and it's certainly very soulful and you know, very almost tribal and something very natural about it.
When we filmed down at Black Rock Cliffs, it was a tricky business because the cliffs were really steep and we couldn't actually climb all the way up them. So we only had to find ways of making our pathway through the cliffs and climbing through all these nooks and crannies. And then eventually we'd have to stop and just be clinging onto a rock. And then Jeff would say, cut, and we would creep our way back down again. We had this beautiful platform that we were standing on, this outcrop from the cliffs, and all the water was around it. And so when we did some drone footage, which was completely fun, thanks Jeff, the drone would fly out over the water and we had these gorgeous ocean views, and we were literally looking out to the sky, looking at the ocean, singing to this drone, which was crazy, and dancing on this outcrop, and every so often people would be down the bottom of the cliffs along the beach just standing there watching us do this routine over and over again. So I just have to say, look, although it was really hard work, to be honest, I could have done that over and over again all day. I enjoy filming and putting together some artwork like nothing else I've experienced. I just absolutely love it. I am so utterly overjoyed and grateful and just thankful that we were able to create something that I'm proud of. I hope everyone involved had a great time, and we're really proud of the work that they put together. And I'd like to thank Annette and Nick Yates for helping out, being the support behind the scenes people in helping us put together the video. And it is my greatest honour to be premiering the exclusive viewing of the music video at your venue. I think it's as fitting as it could possibly be. So I hope you enjoy Fire. I can't wait for everybody to see it.